What's going on, everyone? Carlos here. Yes, Disney World freak. It is Tuesday, and if you haven't seen me in a little bit, I shaved. Shaved my head, shaved my beard. It was starting to get to me. I was trying to hold off until the trip to shave everything off, but it was really getting to me. Well, welcome, everyone. Like I said, it is Tuesday. We are back for another Shooting the Breeze, hangouts, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we're going to talk about some news, not much news. I think I wrote two things down because it's been pretty quiet. It really has. A lot of stuff that we have spoken about, a couple of different new things that have come out. One that I am not surprised, I'm really not, and I'll get into that. And the other one, yeah, I just wrote it down because I needed something else. But besides that, we're going to get into, if you saw the thumbnail, we're going to get into Disney Resort Stay, where we are staying, and in other Disney property, the pros, the cons. Is it a good idea, the changes I've made? Because if you all remember, through the last few streams, I've made 3 changes since we booked this trip. So yeah, we're bouncing around everywhere. But again, welcome in. Thank you. 16 wonderful people already. I appreciate you all. I'm going to struggle a little bit. Like, you all hear about the dumb computer, but right now, Ethan's been playing games in here a lot, and there's something wrong with this computer, and I can't fix it. Something wrong with my screen, and I tried to fix it already. And if Dad Builds is listening in, it's the same crap that I was trying to fix that Saturday night. So it is bothering my eyes. I think my wife might have to come in here and fix something. Yeah, but whatever. Let me welcome in the chat. Let's just do that. Let's get going, because I couldn't even pin a comment. That, and I was taking a nap. Suzanne woke me up to tell me that I had a stream to do today. So Debbie Bernfeld, welcome in. Debbie, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Julie McCollin, Samantha Lowe, hello, ladies. Christine Hickman, welcome in. Tyler, what's going on, Disney Freak? Hey, Ray, Disney Circus Girl. Everybody, if you don't know Ray, go check out Ray. She's from the UK, across the pond. Nice little channel she's got over there. Go show some love. Ray, the Disney Circus Girl. And why did my phone just get dark as if it was warming up outside? Oh boy, it's going to be that kind of stream. Sophie B, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Molly R, Marley Rook, she's changed her name 3 times. Carlos, I've changed my name back to my old name, but just took 3 letters off. So we got Molly R, Molly Rook. Molly loves Disney. We got Molly. We got also Monorail Molly. We got a lot of Mollys. A lot of Mollys in the house. I appreciate it. Appreciate all of you being here. Yes, happy Tuesday, Sebastian the Crab. I mean, a Disney Freak. Sebastian the Crab, Jeanette, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate Ryan. Captain Ryan, what's going on, buddy? Robin, Rockin' Robin, who are you? Welcome in. DuckTales, yep, tell me about it. Welcome in. Patty G, hello. Can always count on these fine ladies to be here on Tuesdays. I appreciate it. Dream of Deborah. Hi, Carlos. Hello, driving, so can't stay in the chat, but I am listening. Deborah, thank you for that. I appreciate the ones that just listen. Don't jump in the chat. We know you're here. If you can, quickly just type hello so we know who else is listening. But if you can't or you don't want to, that's understandable too. I do that on a lot of streams myself. Lately, I stay out of the chat. It gets too much sometimes. Disney Nerd Herders. There he is. Charlie, Stacy, welcome in, guys. I appreciate it. My wife, who is still working. Disney World of Dan, what is going on? Can't wait to say hello to you while we're down there. You and Dreamer Deborah, too. Dreamer, I keep forgetting Deborah will be down there at the same time. Wow, what are we at? 20? I've been posting a countdown photos like I did last trip, but I started like at 75 last trip on Instagram. This one I started at 30. Today's what, 24 days? I didn't post a picture yet. I don't know. It was a busy day at work, and I just didn't get to it. But we'll see Deborah. We'll see Dan. Disney World is, as long as everybody can find everybody, I'm sure we'll eventually say hi. Yes, thank you for hitting the like button. Marguerite Nagy, 28 wonderful people. Guys, thank you for popping in, just listening in. Dennis Elgazi, I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Welcome in, listening from bed. Not from dead, from bed. Let's get that right. The guy's not dead yet. If he is, well, he's doing pretty well chatting at the same time. Andy and Cheryl, welcome in from the UK. Hope everyone is fine across the pond. Hopefully you guys can get some news soon on official dates. We keep hearing November. November's pretty big. When you guys will be able to get over here. Hopefully at the beginning, because there is a few of you that I know have trips scheduled for early November, which is when we will be there. And it would be so nice to be able to say hi. I am crooked. I know I'm crooked. I don't know if one way or the other is going to fix it, but whatever. Yeah, so it'd be nice if you guys can get official dates. I was on a Far Cry, and a PC told me don't mess with Carlos, but use the nice word. Hey, you know what? Anybody can mess with me. I'm a nice guy. I'm a show off. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Feeling less yucky. How are you doing, Sebastian Crab? Patty, you feeling yucky? Hope everybody feels better. If anybody that is feeling yucky, hopefully everybody starts feeling better soon. I'm at Disneyland Paris in early November. Well, good for you, Ray. Listen, Disney is Disney. I'll take any Disney. I wouldn't mind seeing Disneyland Paris someday, but I got to get to Disneyland first. Disney MUK, welcome in. Hi, all. 30 wonderful people already here. Wow. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. It's Tuesday. It's 4 p.m. It's 9 p.m. in the UK. So if my UK friends watching, thank you. I know it's getting close to your bedtime, but I appreciate you guys popping in. I wish I was going, but my trip to Disney is this weekend. Well, Marguerite, you enjoy yourself. You enjoy yourself. Wait times are up. I saw wait times have been up. I've been not keeping an eye on it, but it's nice to check on it. And wait times have gone up, but are they really up? I mean, what we see is photos, some complaints on social media, photos of wait times and lines, but we haven't seen anybody go wait in line yet. So, but my partner channel, speaking of waiting in line, one of my partner channels, one's live right now, which is Pete McDevitt. Go check out the Pete McDevitt show. Just not now. Don't go do it now. But Pete McDevitt is live. I know he's live right now with his baseball. One of the LDS games is on the division games, and Pete is streaming it right now. But Pete streams every day, pretty much, either a sport, baseball or football, or Disney creation, some interviews. He's back with Off the Wall on Sundays, so go check out my partner channel. But I know baseball's on right now, but I was getting to about waiting in lines. My other partner channel, This Our Dreams, Jeff and Angela, live every Thursday, Saturday, and Sundays from the parks. But announcement this morning that he will be live. They will be live from Magic Kingdom today at 6 p.m. local time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So what's that? 11 p.m. in the UK. So we'll see what Jeff and Angela and the kids, if the kids are what say about the wait times. But go check out my partner channels, especially today. Today, well, again, not Pete right now because Pete's on at the same time I am. So don't go check Pete right now. Stick around here. But definitely check them all out and check out Jeff. Once we're done, I'm sure Jeff's scheduled for 6 o'clock because he knew I was on. But Disney Circus going to the pub in an hour. There you go. Cooking dinner, so we'll have to be blanket. Hello, all. Lana, how are you? DWG Adventures. Thank you for popping in. No problem. Always will swing by and say hi if I can catch you. Love it. If anyone has stock portfolio, consider. This one's sharing stock options here. Tennis. So, yeah. Like I said, trip's almost here. 24 days. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. A few more days of work. A couple of sleeps. I guess a lot of sleep. And then we're off. Been making some changes on when we're leaving. We're leaving early morning. Am I working that morning? Am I going right after work? A lot of confusion going on. What M? This guy, the man of talent, many talents. The man is streaming right now, and he still finds a way and time to be listening and popping into this chat. Gotta love this man. I do love this man, but you gotta love the talent on this guy. We need the soundbite you saying don't check Pete out, just get you in trouble out of context, right? Just don't check Pete out right now. I mean, you like baseball, go check Pete out right now, but I think we're going to have a decent show today. 34 wonderful people. Right now, I am alone. I probably expect to be alone today, and I get it. That's fine. I actually was intending intending on going that alone. But like I was saying, yeah, a lot of changes I've been making to this trip. So in the next 3 weeks, next couple of shows, it'll be a lot of trip topics. So and I got some thumbnails already set up for live shows from the parks. So we'll be doing a lot of live streaming. I've said it. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I will be streaming every day from the parks because it's the only time I get to. So, but it'll only be a couple hour streams because then the rest of the time is friends and family time. Family and friends time. Pete must be on his phone. Yeah. Hey, Walt, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Mouse Talks in the house, in the chat. Happily ever, Yachty. Yachty, welcome in. Hi, guys. Wish I could hang, but I'm at work. Thank you, Yachty, for putting me on. Yachty, go check out Yachty. Yachty just hit 1,000 subscribers. We're so happy for Yachty and her accomplishment, 1,000 subs. If you haven't checked out Yachty, please go do so. She is the Lounge Fly Queen. She is our Lounge Fly Queen. Going to get to hang out with Yachty while we're down there on this trip. She has added herself. That sounds rude, but she has asked if she could come and enjoy a meal with us, a dinner or a breakfast. So she has been added to a couple of reservations. So it's going to be great to hang out with her and her husband, George. We're going to have a lot of fun with them. Walt saying hi to Ray. BDF, what's going on? BDF staying at Pop for his trip next year. Oh, my God, thank you. Yes, Yachty, congrats on the 1K subs. That is a big accomplishment. No, yeah, I sounded rude. I didn't. She just added herself. No, she didn't. She called. She texted. We spoke on the phone for a little bit, and can't wait to sit down with her and Pa, and yeah, just hang out. And she's gonna be at the party with us too, Christmas party that I bit the bullet, got neutered, and Suzanne made me buy tickets. I still blame her. None of it was my plan. Whatever. I got to blame somebody. I can't take blame for everything. I get blamed enough for enough things. Enough for enough things. So I got to pass on the blame. I have no shame. I went to hang out with my peeps. No, we're going to have a lot of fun. Mouse Talk is actually staying at Port Orleans Riverside this weekend, one of the Royal Guest Rooms. Never stayed there. So excited. Love Port Orleans, Walt. You're going to love it. You have never stayed at Port Orleans Riverside. You're going to love it, Walt. I love it. That's why we were booked there. But you're going to have a great time. And, of course, Melissa gets the royal room. Why wouldn't you get her the royal room? You like to serve it. I don't know. I'm joking. We've never done a royal rooms. We've always done the 5-sleeper room. But the regular rooms, the standard rooms, love it there. Just love the tranquility of that resort. But I hope the Christmas party will be good this year. Me too. But let's get into a couple of things because now I'm just rambling along. And 39, wow. Seriously, thank you. 40 of you for popping in. I appreciate it. Thanks for popping in. Disney. No, I'm sorry, Disney. Surfer Girl. What's going on, Cherie? Welcome in. Thank you for being there. That Christmas party cost too much for me. Yeah, I mean, Dan, it cost too much for me. Try buying 4 tickets. But that's besides the point. Well, I've already complained about that. And I just want to get into a little bit of news. Like I said, it's only a couple of things I wrote down. The rest I skimmed through, and it's like we all know about it. I'm sick of talking about it, one or the other. But I should have uploaded a photo because it just makes a little more sense. It was not announced, but I guess it was a news article, an interview with one of the Imagineers. I can't remember his name. I didn't write his name down. Who was interviewed and said that basically Harmonious was all Bob Chapek's idea. He even quoted the man on what he said. And Chapek did not deny it. He confirmed it. That the music to Harmonious was all Chapek's idea. Well, that freaking explains everything. Again, just my opinion from what I've seen through live streams. The music to Harmonious and Enchantment. But right now we're going to deal with Harmonious because he has taken credit for it. Sucks. It's just movie music. It doesn't catch you. There's no feeling to it. There's no emotion to it. Nothing. Now, he doesn't take credit to let's build these big taco barges or anything. Let's get these fireworks and light shows and water. He takes credit to the music. I've always said it. I like the idea of Harmonious. I can't wait to see it in person if it's all working correctly. I like the way it shoots water. I like the screens, just like Phantasmic on the center ring. I like the lighting, and I really like the fireworks that come off of it. I think it's really cool. I've always said it. Music to fireworks is what makes the show, especially at Disney. Well, Harmonious sucks. And now we know who to blame. And the man literally quotes it. It says it's all Chapek. And Chapek agrees and confirms it. So, Bob, you're an idiot. I've always said you're an idiot. And this just proves it even more. That was great news. I'm telling you, I got such a giggle when I read that. Such enjoyment reading that it just explains it. You never stay there. Port Orleans. It just explains everything. I'm sorry. The man, and Suzanne says, stop using the term play school table. The man sits in his backyard on his kid's little plastic table and tries to come up with ideas. I don't know. That's just me, my opinion. I'm sure people that have seen it on stream might have other opinions, and we're all welcome to everyone's opinion. We are. It's the great thing about this country and this world. You can all have your own opinion. That one is mine, and I am going to stick to it. Hope you get Jungle Book building. Oh my God, Carlos, that's crazy. Tell you, go read the article. It's out there. It's all over social media. He took credit for it. Explains a lot. It does explain Alex Miller. Welcome in, buddy. The article is too ambitious. Oops. I think it's been taken out of context. I like the music. I just don't like how it flows. I don't blame Chapek for that. Carlos blames Chapek for everything. I don't blame him for everything. But when he says he takes credit for the music, he says at a meeting, they said at a meeting, and wasn't taken out of context. Well, listen, I'm reading the article, and I'm reading the quotes, and Chapek agreeing with it. So he said, hey, let's have a big concert, a big movie concert. That's what he wanted the show to be. So he wanted music from the movies and turn it into a big concert. I'm sorry, that's not what Epcot needed. And the way it was put together, again, Chapek didn't sit there and direct or produce or whatever and said which movie goes where, which song goes where. I get that. But it was his idea. This is what he wanted for the music. It's awful, in my opinion. And I blame Chapek for 90% of the things. Not all of it. Walt. Not all of it. But close. I have to see Harmonious and Enchantment in person to make a final opinion. Sure, Suzanne. Yes, we're going to do that. I've said that. My final opinion, you might even hear it on a live stream from Disney, or you when I come back, and I always review everything. And yes, I will definitely sit here and rediscuss Harmonious and Enchantment. But again, from what I'm hearing, because I'm sorry, even the seeing is different in person from on stream. Like Enchantment's going to be different when I'm able to see the projections a lot better than what I do with some folks' cameras or phones on stream. Okay, so that I am looking to see in person more and then give a better judgment of it. But to still, even Enchantment music, you can hear it perfectly through our sound system than what you can do there. So music is music. You hear what you hear. Eisner was your favorite CEO. Well, Keith, it wasn't everyone's favorite, but he was dealt a bad hand himself. So I heard an interview with a head Imagineer on it. I think his idea was amazing. I'm not sure he executed the score correctly. And that's what I just said, Jeanette. And you're right. It was his idea to let's do a big show using just movie music. I don't like that idea at all. I don't. I get it. Happily Ever After had Disney music. Every show pretty much has Disney music. But it's got to have its original song too, and this one doesn't have it. It's got nothing. And like Walt said, it's not put together well. It doesn't flow correctly. Uh, and like Walt said, I like to blame Chapin for everything, but when he blames himself, even better. Well, he's not blaming himself, but he's taking credit for not realizing that. You go on the Disney website and there's a flow of negative comments to all of it. I will see Enchantment on this to see if I like it or not. Yes, Marguerite, let us know if you like it when you see it live this weekend. No feels at all with these two new shows. You're right, no feels at all, Alex. You are correct. That Suzanne puts it always like that. I've always said it. And just to repeat what I've said a million times, I'm not a big fireworks guy. I'm not. To me, you see one firework, you see them all. Boom, yay, okay. Does Disney put on a great show? Yes. But fireworks are fireworks. To me, it's the music, it's the score that captures you, and neither one of these do. So hopefully they can come up with something. Again, it's only 18 months and Enchantment's around, so hopefully the next one will be better. Joy S, welcome in, Joy. Thank you for popping in, Joy. I appreciate it. We had movie concerts in the 90s before each new movie came out. They had them at Central Park. I remember before each movie. I get that, yeah. But he wanted it as a show at Epcot. At Epcot, of all places, at Epcot, at World Showcase. I'm the same with fireworks. I'm not the fireworks that get me. It's literally everything else. Right. Even the music doesn't get me, but if I want to sit here and judge something, I'm going to judge it on that. Not judge it on that, but I'm going to tell you my thoughts and my opinion is when it comes to Disney fireworks or Disney shows, it's the score that catches you. And I said it months ago that people are gonna react if the music sucks. And to me, the music sucks. And we've seen the reaction. We have seen the comments on their own website. People are not liking it. And I don't think it's the fireworks, because if anything, if you go check out our great friend, the great Marco, who just put on another video. The man is great at what he does. He put out another count video. Enchantment has more fireworks than Happily Ever After. So if you really like just the fireworks, you want to cover your ears, not hear anything, not hear the music, and you love just the fireworks, Enchantment's got more of them. You're going to like it. Great projections. So I hear you're going to like it. But if you want to hear the music to go with it, you're not going to like it. Happily Ever After. Again, I wasn't a big fan. But even listening to Marco's video, you get goosebumps once it starts. It captures you. It brings you in. Enchantment doesn't. VP said yesterday that it's his favorite night show. I can't wait to see it. VP's got his own. No, I'm just gonna say. I was gonna choke on VP. He's got issues. But listen, even Josh and I spoke yesterday during Marco's stream. He had a premiere with the new count. He had a new count for. Was there more fireworks at Happily Ever After when Happily Ever After came out in its last showing? And he did a premiere. And Josh said it, harmonious. He loves it. Added Chapek to my Disney experience. Yeah, please bring him. He's excited over Pirates with you and I. I'm going to throw him off the boat. It'd be great to sit with Chapek. I'd love to sit with Chapek. I'd love to sit with Iger more, but I'd love to sit with Chapek just to ask. Seriously. Just a couple of questions I only have for him. Even though I was 4 when Walt passed in 66, I can still remember him. Oh, Keith. Wow. Everybody saying hi to everybody. So, yeah, that came out. Disney Dreams was by far best nighttime castle show I've ever seen at Disney Park. It was amazing, yet they did away with it and it was replaced with just didn't have the feels. Right. Listen, the one I've seen that's really great, and Suzanne, you can put in the chat and correct me if I'm wrong. We saw it on Disney Plus. Was it Tokyo? I think it was the one at Disney Tokyo. There was one. What a show they put on in the castle. The fireworks, the music. I can't remember. I know it wasn't Paris. So I'm thinking it was either Tokyo. Which one's got the? I was gonna say which one's got the water around the castle? They all do, idiot. I think they all do, but I can't remember right now. But this one on Disney Plus, you can go look at it. It's a nighttime show. But that one had some great. Pete can't tag because Pete can't tag right now. Pete's on his phone. Pete's doing double duty right now. What is it, about the sixth inning, maybe seventh? Suzanne doesn't remember either. Excuse me. Having coffee, like I said, Suzanne woke me up. Tell you wonderful people, if you haven't yet, please consider hitting the like button. I appreciate it. But yeah, so like I said, Harmonious, we'll see it live. But JPEG took the credit for everything, so that's going to be entertaining. I'm trying to do something while I fix this, but the other thing I wrote down, which is, I don't know if it's shocking, if it's not shocking, it's small, but the arcade at Frontierland is closing down for good on November 27th. November 27th. They just made it free, and now they decide we're going to close it down for good. No, I'm just wondering, are they going to replace it with something? Are they going to put a shop there? Are they going to, I don't know. But I think I've grabbed a pistol from there once in my life. I don't even think Ethan's ever done it. But it's closing. It's closing for good. They just made it free, and now they're saying, forget it. Nobody's going to use it. Free or quarters or dimes or nickels. Nobody is going to shoot the pistols. So that's it. I have no thoughts on that. I mean, it is news, I guess. People usually love it, but love that splash artwork behind you. By the way, Dad got Parks. What's going on, man? Welcome in. Thanks for popping in. I'm sure Pete just sent you over from baseball, and if not, hey, thanks for finding us. I appreciate it. And thank you. Yes, big Splash Mountain. I'm not the biggest Splash Mountain fan, but yeah, in probably in this community I am. But thanks, I appreciate it. Thanks for popping in. So yeah, like I said, that wasn't a big thing. I don't want to get too much into it. I just figured I'd throw a little bit of more news out there. Oh well, appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thanks for that. Yeah, we're live every Tuesday. Big part of this community. I'm sure you've seen my name around, floating in other chats. Drew in a moment yesterday, and a few of our other front streams. But thank you, I appreciate that. So yeah, 35 wonderful people. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so. That's all I wrote for news. I didn't have much today. Again, there was some other things that came out, but I didn't write anything down. I didn't find it interesting. But let's get into what the thumbnail was Disney resorts. On property, off property. What do you guys like to do? What are you, ons or offs? Makes no sense. That's the New England thing in me. Ons or offs? Shirts or no shirts? What team do you play for? We have stayed off property, God, twice in our lifetime. We stood off property. We stood at a Days Inn once. Ooh, no, Suzanne. Yeah, twice. Yeah, all right. Now I'm trying to recount, but twice. Stayed off property. First trip ever, we stood at Days Inn. And actually, the next trip, too, we stood at the same Days Inn, which was our honeymoon back in 2006. Wow. That almost sucked. I was giving my son birthday. Actually, no, he was born in 12. 2006, we got married, and we stood at the same Days Inn. And then our next trip, we finally stood on property. And that's when we became, and this is only my term, I'm not calling anybody else this. This is me. I'm allowed to call myself whatever I want, I think. That's when we became resort snobs. Resort snobs. I will not, well, I'm starting to change now. I think it's with age, but I will not stay off property. I don't want to stay off property unless I have to. And when I say have to, meaning, hey, if this is all we can afford and this is how we're going to get to Disney, then this is what we do. But I want to stay on property all the time. So we've been doing that for the last, I've literally lost count of trips. I don't know if it's 10, 11, 12, 13 trips, whatever we've done. But the first couple we've stayed, again, was Days Inn, right in Kissimmee, right at Old Town. If you've never been to Old Town was nice. I think it still is. We haven't been back in years. But Old Town, Kissimmee on 192, West Earl Bronson Highway. Stood right there at the days, and it was cheap. It was like back then. God, back then, Suzanne, remember it was like $18 a night, $19 a night. It was wow. I think I paid $140 for the whole trip off our first trip down. It was insane. Now I can't even get a night for that. Uh, Dan says he was at the UK. Out of UK. In Magic Case, I didn't watch the fireworks from Liberty Square, but I still miss Happily Ever After. Yeah. And I see Dad got Parks. Wrote something else. Oh, and Chris is here. Chris, what's going on, man? Just dropping in. Appreciate it, Chris. What's going on, buddy? Except we camp at Fort for a few days at the beginning sometimes. That's not bad. I'd like to. If I had a camp, I would stay there in the heartbeat. We have 5 people plus off and extending. We always stay off property. All right. I got Pox. I saw Enchantment for the first time Sunday from right in front of the castle. Loved it. Just posted a video. Go check out Dad Got Pox's video. Now, not to I want to get off topic a little bit. I'll go back onto the resort topic, but Dad Got Parks. You sit right in front of the castle, so you missed the projections. And my thing is, I just don't like the music. What did you think of the music compared to Happily Ever After? I'll ask you that. Because to me, fireworks are fireworks. Teddy Hewitt Foundation, welcome in. Long time no see. Hope everything's well there across the pond. But we rent a house, not often on site hotel. I always stay on property except this next trip because there is nothing available on property. Joy, there is no. Oh, your next. I don't know when exactly your next trip is, Joy. Never mind. Look at this man. Oh, wait. Well, it's this guy.
That's
this guy. Yeah. We always stay off property mainly because we're bringing JoJo and can't afford to stay in even a cheaper dog friendly, which is Art of Animations or Port Orleans Riverside, which is never under $200. Yeah, you're right. It's just a weekend thing off. It's a long vacation on. And Dad says, I watched it with a 7-year-old who is all about movies with songs and made it magical to see her light up. That's a whole different story. Again, with children, like my son can care less. My son will be blocking his ears throughout the whole show, but that's a sensory thing for him. But that's different. Of course, that's going to be different. I will never argue with a child and the love a child has for music, for sights, for movies, for all of that. This is just a 44-year-old who's been to Disney as much as I have, and the kind of fan that I am. It's only my opinion on that, but yeah, I get that when you're there with your child, it's a whole different experience. Call us, contact me on Facebook on when to meet up. Dan, all I can say to you is look for my lives. I'll look for like Walt's live or Jeff's live or something. And that'll tell you exactly where we are, but I will get in touch with you. I think it needs Walt's voice through. Voice though. I don't know. To me, I think it needs its original, just an original song to go better to what it has. I would love to stay on property, but depending on finances, I may have to stay off property. I will be by myself and won't be safe. Good point. Cannot wait for the borders to open. Yep. Yeah, Teddy, be nice to get you guys over here. Waiting for bigger selection of rooms at Old Key West. Well, speaking of Old Key West, but speaking of Walt, let's welcome our buddy Walt, who decided to join us today. Walt, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on? How is everybody?
It's Tuesday. I'm just counting the days, man. Counting the days, 24 and counting.
Won't be long.
So I can give you a big kiss on that hairy cheek of yours.
Please don't. Just give me a high five.
No, now I will for sure. Yeah, it's another day. We're alive, so it's a good thing. We're alive. We're sitting here, joined by 36 wonderful people in this chat. My ears are sensitive to loud fireworks. Yeah, so is Ethan. Ethan's sensitive to a lot of things, but yeah. But you just put in the chat that you're going to go stay at Port Orleans Riverside this weekend. I know you scheduled a stream from there, but I didn't know you had never stayed there before.
Never stayed there before. Be our first
Nice.
time, so we're excited. Rooms were not cheap at all.
Nope.
Even for a royal guest room, we're talking about a studio room that's just kind of gussied up a little bit. It's $400 a night.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
A standard view that we had booked before we switched over to Old Key West was $319. a night for the standard view.
It's
I remember paying $189 the first time we stood there back in 2009.
mhm. I do think that maybe as time goes on, as things start to, as crowds start to wane a little bit, prices may go back down. You may see better deals because, it's all about supply and demand. And they're going to
It
push
is.
the limit and see how much they can charge. And obviously, they can charge a lot because these rooms are filling up. So, I say this all the time. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there's only one person we can blame, and that's yourself. Look in the mirror. If you don't like what you see, that's who you have to blame. Don't go. It's just that simple. That's how we bring prices down. We don't go. And who's going to do that? I'm not going to do that.
Right. No,
Um,
I'm with you there.
yeah. That's just, it's an unfortunate thing, but that's supply and demand. That's capitalism. That's how it works.
The rooms at Riverside are pretty much all the same size. Yes, they are.
All
They're
standard
good
rooms.
size rooms. They
Yeah.
are good size rooms.
From what I hear.
Yeah, we've stayed there before the remodel and after the remodel of the rooms. The fifth sleeper now is pulled down under the TV. Back then in 09,
Kind
it
of
was
like a
one of
Murphy
those
bed,
Trumbull.
right?
It is a Murphy bed. Back then, it was like a Trumbull bed that used to slide out from under one of the beds. So it was fun. My son, the oldest one, was sleeping on there, and the girls pretty much had to step on him to go use the restroom. But I like the refurb. I love Brian Escott fan. Welcome in. I love about Port Orleans, and we've always said it's our favorite. Is just the tranquility of the property, and you'll see that what I'm talking about when you go there. That's just my thing. I like the rusticness of the buildings and just the amount of foliage, the trees, the just the landscape. That's the word I'm looking for. The landscape.
Well, from what I've seen in pictures, it reminds me, and maybe this isn't a good thing, but just just the aesthetic, it reminds me of plantations, the old plantations used to have in the South.
Yes, and that's
the look. That's the look that I see. I see the old plantations. That's the vibe I get, at least at the aesthetic. So we're excited for it. We'll see. We've never been there.
Fox. Appreciate you popping in. Thanks, man. Hope to see you in the next one, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I really think you guys are gonna love it. We love the quick service, the dining area, and I don't want to, like I said, you've never been here, so enjoy it. I won't get too much into it, but the dining area is really nice, and the wheel outside, the grist outside is really cool. Nice to take pictures around. I am hoping to get a 1-bedroom Oak Key West to get ready for my wedding. I have hair and makeup coming, and was worried the rooms at Riverside with 3 bridesmaids would be tight. Yeah.
Is Teddy getting married?
Yeah, she is.
Good for you. Congratulations. Sounds like it's going to be a Disney wedding. Awesome.
It got postponed. If I'm correct, it got postponed. It was supposed to have happened already. Teddy, correct me if I'm wrong. I remember. But yeah, I would shoot for an Old Key West. Yeah, check out Teddy. Teddy, I don't think you're. Well, I know you have a YouTube page, but I think you do more on Twitter with your foundation. Her foundation's named after her son, so definitely go check that out. Please, if any mod can go find it in the Twitter chat. But yeah, this whole trip, we're going to talk about where we're staying now too, and pros and cons of staying. And I'm glad Walt's here because Walt has stayed on many properties, and when he was traveling from where they used to live, even now they live down there, and they're going to go stay a weekend. We know Jeff does it too, but we had booked Pop. We like Pop Century. We started staying at Pop Century, but we started looking at Pop, and then Port Orleans opened up or was announced. It opens on Suzanne's birthday this Thursday.
Happy birthday!
It opens back up. Yes, happy early birthday, Suzanne. It'll open up on Thursday, and I jumped the gun. I went and booked it, and you've all heard me complain about it, that I was paying that much more money for a trip that I really didn't want to pay. And then nothing, like Walt just said, not Walt just said, somebody put in the chat, can't find any rooms available. Joy said it, couldn't find any rooms available. So I couldn't switch back to Pop. I wanted to get my money back. So luckily, What happened was I ended up buying a dedicated reservation from a DVC website, a resale website. And if anybody doesn't know what a dedicated reservation is, it is a guaranteed booking that a DVC member has made, and they cannot keep the booking, so they will sell it as is through this website. Every website has it. One calls it a deal, the other one calls it dedicated reservation, whatever it's called. I used David's DVC website. It's dvcrequest.com. That's what I used. And I found a dedicated reservation that happened to have not the exact dates I needed, every one but one. I needed one extra night, which we'll get into in a little while, but it had pretty much 7 nights out of the 8 nights. So I got lucky there. I paid $1,615 for these 7 nights. A lot of people are like putting hand to the forehead, like, why? That's a lot of money. It is. But I just told you I was paying $300 a night more than that for Port Orleans.
You're paying how much for the 7 nights?
$1,615. Pretty much.
That's $230 a night.
Yeah, pretty much a stay at Pop Century. Pop Century's rates right now is that.
Right. And so where are you staying?
I'm getting a studio. I have a studio room at Old Key West for the price of a room at Pop Century. We're going to see how well this works. But if anybody doesn't know Old Key West, I don't know Old Key West. I know of it.
I know
of Old Key West. Some friends own. You don't own there, do you? I know you're a DVC
I don't
member,
own there, but I have stayed there.
Okay. So there you go. Walter stayed there. Jeff has stayed there. A lot of friends have stayed there. It's the first DVC property. It is the size of Manhattan. I have looked.
It's big.
So depending where, and I've heard this from many people, depending where you stay, if you have a car, it's not bad. If you don't, it sucks. But then again, I'm going to say this: Port Orleans Riverside is the same way. Depending where you stay in Port Orleans Riverside or the Caribbean Beach, which we have stayed, it's a hike to get to the main building. It's a hike to get to the main pool. So it's going to be a hike with this one. But like I said, it is a DVC resort. It is a deluxe resort. It's not Pop Century. So for the same price, I couldn't pass this up. So I was happy. I saved literally $1,400 from what the trip at Port Orleans was supposed to be. So I'm happy about that. I am also happy that the rooms sounds like a good deal to me. It was, Troy. It really was. Constantly check dedicated DVC for trips I probably won't actually take. Jeanette, I am like that. I'm always on that website looking to see if there's anything dedicated. But so Port Orleans, like I said, I'm at Port Orleans. I'm sorry. Old Key West, first DVC resort. Very large. So we do have our car. So we're happy about that. And like I was going to say, was the studio rooms, Walt, you could probably confirm this, are much larger than a normal Disney standard room.
They are. Like Carlos said, back when they originally made this resort, it was the first DVC, dedicated DVC. That's what it was supposed to be at the time. They made the studio rooms much larger. It's still a studio room, but you have more space. You'll see it when you get in there. It's definitely spacious, square footage wise, but it's basic. It's still the same setup: 2 beds, dresser, TV, bathroom. A studio is a studio is a studio. I hate to say that, but it's ultimately the truth. So what you're really paying more for are the amenities of the rest of the resort, in my humble opinion, because you'll have things at these moderate and deluxes that you don't have at the All Stars, at the values, like a sit down restaurant. All Stars, they don't have those. They don't have sit down restaurants. Different things like that. So spacious wise, though, callers, you're right. The square footage is definitely more at these Old Key West. They have since, unfortunately, made them all pretty much cookie cutter. Since then, they're really not that much different, other than the decor.
Suzanne and I have looked into some videos, some vlogs of actually some friends of ours. Lindsay Land put one out. She actually recorded it that time we met up with her on that trip back in 2019. She recorded that week she was there. And when I looked into them, the rooms, yes, very spacious compared to an Oki. Oh my God, a value resort or even a moderate for that matter. Here we go, deluxe studio. I'm just shocked that I shouldn't jinx myself. But this is pretty much the room, the studio room, which is like Walt said, 2 queen beds, a lot of space under the beds. So it'd be nice to put my luggage under there and everything. Even though Suzanne lives out of her suitcase when we're on vacation. I don't. I like to put my clothes in the drawer. I don't like to feel like I'm, like I'm ready to
I'm the
go
same
home.
way, Carlos. I put mine in the drawer.
Yeah, I like my stuff in the drawer. Mine and Ethan's stuff go in the drawer. Suzanne and Michaela seem to live out of their suitcase. I can't because it almost feels like, all right, we're going home tomorrow. Everything's packed. No, I don't even want to see my suitcase. So that'll be nice. What I don't like, and I saw in the video, Jane and Travels, welcome in. What I don't like is the TV size at Oki West. Very small compared to, it's a 32-inch. Very small compared to the 50-somethings they have, 42s to 55-inch that they have in a value resort. Again, I'm not there to watch TV, but for those folks paying, because a regular rate, if you don't have DVC, a regular rate for Oki West standard room is about $550 a night. So for $550, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have a big TV in my house. I should have a lot more than 4 drawers too to put my stuff. But there's that. The TV size I find a problem with, and hopefully it's just based on photos, because again, I will be vlogging this room when I get down there. What I do like, and you can see from a distance, is there's a balcony. There's a little balcony in these rooms, and I like that. That's one thing I always enjoyed about when we stood at Animal Kingdom was there was the balcony. When we stood at the Contemporary, there was a balcony for me to go sit out at. Because I'm not one of those when we go back to the room and go right to bed after a long night or a long day in the parks. I try to enjoy the resort. So I'm hoping to enjoy this balcony a little bit. Have my coffee. You all know I love coffee. I am hoping to enjoy a coffee out on this balcony. So that's great. Nice to have that little table.
You have about, I'll give you an example. I was looking it up. So Deluxe Villa DVC Studio is about 365 square foot. That's your square footage. Whereas if you're staying at an All-Star, you're looking at 260 square feet. So it's 100 more square feet.
It's a lot bigger. It's definitely a lot bigger. It's more spacious. I've seen, from what I saw in a vlog, it's more spacious. Spacious. Now this is a bad photo of the bathroom, I guess, but this is Disney's website, folks. Here's the floor plan, which is it's just a weird floor plan for Disney. And I get it was their first resort. I don't know what they were trying, but that is a weird floor plan. But what you can't see with this photo, and Walt has stayed at value resorts. You've stayed at Pop Century, correct, Walt?
I've stayed, yes, sir.
Okay. Or even Port Orleans, which you'll see Port Orleans has, and I think the other moderates do, is I don't like the fact that the toilet and the sink are in the same room. Where at a value, if anybody who has not stayed on property, at a value resort and a moderate, I'm going to call it the prepping area, which is the sink area where the hair dry and everything is pretty much connected to the bedroom. There's a little divider. There is a sliding door, but it's not where the toilet and the tub is. So I like that. I can go use the restroom, and Suzanne can be in the other room getting herself ready to go, or vice versa. Suzanne can be in the shower. I can be getting ready to go. The kids can be brushing their teeth. Whatever. We can get 2 things done at once. With these bathrooms, you can't. Technically, you can't. My son's not going to go in there to brush his teeth while I or his mother are in the shower, or his sister. Sister's not going to go use the bathroom while one of us are in the shower trying to brush our teeth. Where a value and a moderate, and I don't know about the other deluxes, but compared to them, I hate this. I really do. This is probably my biggest con of all of it right now, of anything.
Well, if that's your biggest con, you're going to be all right.
Well, I hope so. But
Carlos doesn't like the sink location. If that's your biggest con, I think you're going to be okay. I really do.
I look because
How often are you
I'm
going
one
to
of
be in your
those.
room?
What is it?
How often are you going to be in your room?
But me, it's the morning. I'm you. Well, Susanna
Yeah, aren't you
can
up
tell you in the
before
chat.
everybody else?
I am, but
Okay, well then you're done.
it's
You're out of the way. That's one down. Free to go.
yeah.
You know why
I'm
I'm
always
here.
pushing
I'm here
it.
to play devil's advocate
I
for you.
know you are. I love it. I love it that you're here. I love it that you're here. Jason Udo, what's going on? Welcome in. Sorry I'm late, man. Nah, never late. I've been ninja watching you. Are doing an awesome job so far. Thank you for today's stream. Well, Tyler, thank you for the so
Today,
far.
so far.
Yeah, it's today.
Things will probably
Today,
change
no.
with me here.
No, but this is pros and cons of just this room, because this is all we're on right now is the Key West room. And yes, my biggest con right now is the bathroom. Because I rush these people out in the morning, and yeah, to me right now, two people cannot get ready at the same time, and that's too bad. So, but that's the rooms.
I like the rooms. I think the rooms are very spacious. They're different. I think that's why I like it. Is they're just, I don't know, they're just different. It's not cookie cutter like the rest of them. You know, the only real difference, to be honest, if you really think about it, the only real difference between a value and a deluxe studio is the square footage. And even now, it's still two beds. It's still just a dresser. It's just a TV. You know, it's still the same, and yet, well, the pricing is the big difference.
Well, and
The
another
amenities.
thing, the amenities. So I was going to say the amenities too inside the room, which the photos did not show, and I don't see it written here. A studio at a deluxe villa comes with a kitchen sink, a little sink, a microwave. They all come with coffee makers. So a sink, a microwave. Does it come with a dishwasher, Walt?
No. Well, it depends.
No.
Well,
No. Well, a
shoot,
studio, because I'm sure the bigger ones do.
yeah, the bigger ones do. The bigger ones, it's like you're at home. You got a whole kitchen.
Right.
I don't remember now, Carlos. Shoot, isn't that terrible? When we stayed at Old Key West, we stayed there in May with my family. We stayed in a 2-bedroom villa, and dude, it was
Yes.
phenomenal. I could have lived there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure those do. But I know the studio does come with the sink, the microwave, the coffee maker.
Okay.
And they fill it, because I'm thinking back to Animal Kingdom Lodge, and I've seen the video for Oki West where it does have all of that. I find that, again, a pro for the room. My biggest pro for the room is having the microwave, especially when you have a family with a very picky eating child like I do.
That makes sense.
I already told Suzanne where it's going to come in handy when we can bring the microwavable mac and cheese for Ethan, SpaghettiOs, whatever. Have stuff in the room in case he had a bad day of eating. You know, you can go back to your room, warm something up.
Agreed.
Pizza from the day, whatever, something warm up. To me, the biggest pro of the room is having a microwave. It really is. I'm thankful for that. So that's my pro versus the con. Yes, to me, the bathroom. I wish I had a different
I always
room,
say,
but
for us, pro is always about location of the room in proximity to the lobby.
yes,
That could be a big pro or a big con for us. Again, we're empty nesters now. Our boys are gone, so that's kind of what we look at. How far do we have to go if we got to A, get to the buses, B, get to the lobby? You know, those types of things.
let's see if I can show this. It's trying to come up. Here's the map of the resort.
Yeah, it's
It's
like 5 bus stops before you even leave the resort.
Yeah, well, like I said, thankfully we have our con. Sandy Norris, welcome in. Thanks for catching us live, Sandy. I appreciate it. Dan says he's never stayed on property after all these times going to Disney. Just had to look at a rental, and I can get a 2-bed for $52 more. I can get a 2-bed compared. So, well, if we're going to compare on and off property prices, Teddy, I can give you a great resort, which is literally 3 minutes away from a Target. So if you need to get anything while you're out there, and it's 8 minutes from Disney property. It's 8 minutes from Disney Spring, and you will save a ton of money compared to Disney property. For a 2-bedroom villa, and we'll get into that real quick. For a 2-bedroom villa, my boss owns some timeshare down there. It's called Mystic Dunes, the golf resort. Literally, it's 3 minutes from Target, 8 minutes from property. Actually, it's from 8 minutes from Animal Kingdom, not Disney Springs. I'm sorry. And per night for a 2-bedroom, sleeps 8, which is the size of my house pretty much. It's $170 something a night. That's what we paid. We stayed there one night, 170 something, $180.
You're gonna pay more. You're gonna pay more than that to stay at Pop Century.
Yeah, yeah. It's huge, and it's huge. It's a beautiful property, Teddy. If you need, let me know. I can send it over to you, the website and everything. We agree with Justin. I wish WW had those pod beds they have in Asia. I just need a bed and a shower, right? Just slide in somewhere. So let me see the map. Is the map working? Yes. So this is. Let me get off of this. So that's. Come on. Can you shut off? No. Try to remove this.
Well, I think Justin had a comment. Jason Nuno says, "If you're at the park all day and night, why do you care what your room looks like?" Well, if you ask that question that way, okay. But I think there's more to that question because not everybody does it all day and all night. Some people do go back to the room and they want to be in the room and they want to experience the resort. So I think that's an unfair question the way it's being brought to us. If you just take it at face value, you're right. What do you care? You're there 10 minutes anyway. But there's more to the story there than that. So I can't.
10 years ago, I would agree with Justin. I would. 10 years ago, I would agree with Justin, only for this, because I'm agreeing with what Walt is saying as well. 10 years ago, I would agree with that because we were those. We were 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. at the parks.
Yeah, I don't know
if it's age.
Right. I'm sure it's part of it, but your kids
can't do it anymore.
Right.
It's not even the kids. It's me. I can't do it anymore. Right. I don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
So I want to go back, even if I am just sitting at my resort, especially this one that has a balcony. I want to be able to say, hey, this is nice where I'm sitting. This is a nice property to go walk.
Yeah. So I think that's something that has to be taken into account. There are a lot of people that will go sometimes to Disney, especially those that go on a very often basis, that will just say, you know what, we're just going to stay at the resort. Heck, we did it. Melissa and I did it when we went to Coronado Springs. We were like, it's just Coronado Springs weekend. We did go to a park, but we spent a lot of time there. The room meant something. What it looked like, proximity to the lobby, where was it to the pool, getting to the restaurant. So I think it depends on the trip.
Yep. Suzanne says too, Justin's right. After all day, I just want to pass out. But Suzanne, you got to admit it too. We're not that anymore. We're not. Even with all these friends that we're going to be with this trip, I still see myself at a certain point being like, Suzanne, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done for now. I want to go back to the resort. And I am also one of those, granted, I got a hell of a deal with this. I'm also one of those where I will say, hey, I paid this much money for this room. I'm going to go use it. Or I paid this much money for this resort. I want to go use the resort. There's those kind of people too. And I'm one of those. I pay that money. I want to use it. But again, here's the property layout. And from what Walt was saying, I mean, this is, I think you can see my mouse on the screen. Yeah. And the little tabs right there, Old Key West. This is the main building. I guess this is
that's the pool. That's the pool right there.
Sandcastle pool. The main pool. Now, I can't remember which room I requested. Believe it or not, I think it's on this road because it goes by name of the roads. I believe I asked for something like this. But Walt is right. I mean, even, correct me if I'm wrong, but even staying out here, let's say this building, that's still a hike to get to the pool, the main pool.
Well, that's not even the whole resort. Scroll over.
No, it's not. Yeah, I'm scrolling this way now.
Yeah, keep going. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. Well, imagine being all the way down there in the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah.
And you want to get to the you have to drive.
The closest pool to this bottom left, and you're not even seeing the rooms down here.
Right. Look at the size of this resort. It's huge.
This is the furthest resort property right here. This bottom right corner.
Yeah, it's an incredibly large resort. Now there's another pool right there to the left. You don't have to go to
that one. But even if you're here, Walt, if you're here at this last building,
right,
bottom right, down here where my mouse is,
right,
you can't jump in this lake. That ain't your swimming pool, folks. You literally have to walk this long track and go to this pool.
Yeah. Or you
Or
got to
is
get
there
in your
one this
car
way?
and
Is there one this way? Or go even worse this way and jump in that one.
yeah.
Or get in your car, which we will at least once, and go to the main pool because I like to see the main
Yeah.
pool.
Very, very large resort. Very large. Look at the size. I mean, it's incredible how large it is.
I'm still zoomed in, so you can't even see all of it yet. Hold on. Another pro for me, I'm hoping to have a balcony with oh my god, a whole view. I enjoy golf. I enjoy playing golf, so it'd be nice to watch everybody else enjoy themselves playing golf. But uh, a fairway view would be nice. But the more I look at it, man, would I love a room closer to this main building? Because again, and there's a couple of, and we're going to get into it right now too. I want to get into that. Uh,
Oh, you're at Old Key West. Have you eaten at Olivia's?
we have never eaten at Olivia's.
Oh my gosh, dude, you got to go.
We might have to get takeout at Olivia's because, Walt, you've seen my dining reservation. I don't know where we could fit Olivia's, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Even if I have to get takeout one night and just bring it back to the room.
Teddy
We have a
asked
villa at Haines. Well, I'm reading Teddy's this one right now. We have a villa at Haines City booked for a whole stay. Want to be in a bubble in their venue of Springs, so thinking Okie West is the best option. Okie West or
Saratoga
Saratoga,
Springs.
I guess.
Yeah, Saratoga
Yeah,
Springs
would
is
be even
literally right
closer.
there. They asked if
It's
when you rent, can you ask for a particular area? You can. There are certain requests you can ask. Doesn't necessarily mean you'll be granted those requests, but you
right.
can ask.
I also, if you use the like Walter said, you can request it gives you two options of what you want. The size of the floor, which floor you want, and then which building or location you want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's a little tab below that says if you want priority of first available over your choices. Unfortunately, that's what I always have to click because we arrive so early in the morning. I want my room to be ready. But not this trip because we will be spending one night somewhere else. So I don't care when the room is ready. So I will be going there early. I have plans on what I want to do to go request a certain room, certain building. I want to go try to butter people up. We aren't going to be gone all day every day when we go in December, so he doesn't even know what he is saying, Troy. Unless I win the Euro Millions lottery tonight, and then I will buy a place of Golden Oak. There you go. But no, definitely stay away from a value, especially if you need to get ready for a wedding and everything. When you rent, can you ask? Oh, that's what you just read. Yep. Yes, you can. Rent points, that is. Teddy, yes.
You still can. It's still a reservation. It's still technically a
Yeah,
reservation.
it's still, it all goes into your My Disney experience, and that's where you do it all. I I went in to do mine after I rented the points and everything was switched over to my name. It takes a couple of days. And I went in and everything that was there was for the owner. So I had to remove all the owner stuff, his name, his
Right.
address,
Right.
his credit card.
Yeah.
Granted, you only see the last four
yeah.
digits. I'm like, I could have left this credit card there and just charge him for everything that we did that day.
I'm sure he would have contacted you.
Resort location. Whatever. I wanted to go back to amenities. All right, let's go back this way. Let's see if this works. But yeah, Okie West is big. It's big. But the con is that the con, just the resort itself. The con is it's huge. If you're doing Disney transportation, it is huge. Now, a pro about the resort, it's a small one, but I enjoy it. There is a boat that goes to Disney Springs. They have a boat just like Port Orleans does. And theirs is already running. Port Orleans will be running on the 14th, on Thursday. There's boats to Disney Springs. The one from Port Orleans, it's a fun little ride. It's long. You get to see the treetop villas. You get to see those on the way to Disney Springs from Port Orleans. You won't see it from Key West because you're coming from a whole different area. Orange Cone Vlog, welcome in, buddy. Thanks for being here. You should feel some pride. I'm on the phone and typing out. It's a new but yeah, it's got a boat. So, but Disney bus transportation, it has itself. But like Walt just said, and I'm sure it's true because I know from Port Orleans Riverside, and I'll use Michaela as an example for this one, and Suzanne's already brought it up. It's so big that we are afraid to let Michaela go back to the resort by herself if she wants to, or because Michaela will be doing her college classes from there. So she will be doing her classes in the morning, meeting us at the park, and then maybe even have to leave because she has a couple of late classes. Leave the park, go back to the resort. It's such a big resort that we're afraid that is she going to get off at the right bus stop? There's a lot of stops. Walt says 5. There might even be more than that. There is a lot of bus stops for this resort.
Each bus stop will be individually named or marked in some way. You just need to know which one is closest to you and say, get off at the Carousel bus stop, get off at the, whatever it might be bus stop, and then you should be good. I mean, There's a lot of stops, but you guys, she'll be fine. I mean, it's a big resort, but if get off at bus stop 7, if you get off at 7, she should be fine.
I hope so, because I'd hate to see her have to walk to go find our room.
Well, she won't, because ultimately, if she gets off the wrong bus stop, just stay there and get back on.
Stay there and wait for the next one.
And then go to the next one.
Justin says, it seems like everything being built higher end. Are they planning on building anything for us regular people? No announcement yet, but you are correct. Everything's been DVCs or all these other big, need to be requesting close to a boat transfer, as can't be walking across the whole place in heels and my dress. You can always rent one of the carriages or the pedal bikes. Somebody will throw you in the back and
there you go.
Get on one of those.
Uber.
Cone Vlog says, take an Uber. We are staying at French Quarter in February in 2023 at Old Key West. Nice. We have never done French Quarter. We've always done Riverside.
I think Justin's right, though. What worries me about what we're seeing, like they have I don't know that they're building it now. They were going to build that other Wilderness Lodge resort over where River Country used to be, and they've kind of halted that right now. But that wasn't going to be a value resort. That was going to be another deluxe resort.
Another deluxe resort. Yep.
I don't know that they'll make any more value resorts. You might have a point there. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Art of Animation is not a value resort. It certainly doesn't price to a value resort.
It does not. They have one building that prices to a value resort, which is the Mermaid
building. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's very far away from the lobby. It's a hike.
Yep.
And it's very little. It's not that many rooms.
I think eventually another value resort will come. Because they're outpriced. Well, I hope so. Well, I hope so too, because they're just outpricing everybody. Not everybody can afford these moderates, and these values are filling up. I think eventually they're going, like you say, Walt, it's all about the money. And I think even they are saying, hey, the $250, because it's not even $150 anymore. Literally. Pop Century's going almost close to $300 a night. People are paying it. They know they can build another one and get $300 a night. And people will pay it. So, I don't know. Need to go to bed now.
Good night,
2211 here. Thanks, guys. No, thank you, Teddy. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. And again, everybody can go find them. It's the same name, Teddy Ewart Foundation on Twitter. Go follow them there. Go show them some love. I appreciate it. Thanks for popping in. Dining. Let's check out dining, because I was going to touch on that when the map was open. I've been looking at their dining. I know we now know they have Olivia's. They have Olivia's Cafe, which is a pretty well-known sit down table service. There's a lot of reservations available. We've seen reservations available. I guess it would fill up quickly on at a peak season, but they have Olivia's, and then they have a couple of quick services. One is Goods Food to Go, which is it's an outdoor. If anybody can remind me how to zoom in on a regular screen, I would do it. Because I see Walt's.
I think you hold down the left or right, and then do the scroll thing. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I wish I was smarter with computers, but I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not good with that.
Sorry. Either. Yeah. I was trying to zoom for you.
If I'm not mistaken, Good Foods to Go is right by the pool.
Right. I was going to say, it's an outdoor eating area type restaurant. Well, whatever you want to call it. But to me, I was looking through the menu. It had the best menu for a quick service there. It has burgers, breakfast food, which had the platter, some pancakes, the waffles, like I said, burgers, pizza, and all of that. But I don't like that it's not a cafeteria style quick service. It's again outdoor. It's just like a stand, but they have everything. But what I was going to say is about the dining and the Pro. Okay, you got Olivia's Cafe right there. You can go get the fried chicken and everything else they have. But they have three of these here. They got goods food to go, Turtle Shack poolside snacks, and this Girling suitcase. That it's spread out across the resort. It's not all in one area. So if you want to go eat at this Turtle Shack, you literally have to go to a different end of the property to go get something there.
But depending upon where you're staying, you could be close to that, and it might be more convenient for you to go there than it would be to have to go all the way back to the main lobby.
You are correct, but not all of them serve the same thing. That's the other problem. So
Right.
if you don't like something there, you got to travel. I mean, if you're going to make me travel, at least put it all close together. Do Philly Crew, what's going on? Welcome. And we ate there at Olivia's last year and loved it. Everybody loves it. I've heard nothing but good things. My in-laws have eaten there. My in-laws have had Olivia's, and I haven't yet. So
It's amazing. It's very, very good.
I have stayed at moderates, and be honest, I like the All-Stars better. Listen, that's why we started staying at Pop Century a lot more. We've always stood at Port Orleans, and then Pop Century came along for us, and I don't know, that's what we started looking at and staying more. We'll never stay at any of the All-Star resorts again. We had a bad experience with transportation, and we ended up driving our car everywhere. See, Orange Cove vlog, we drive down from Rhode Island, and I take my car everywhere. I like taking my car to all the parks. I like taking my car to Disney Springs. I take it everywhere. So for us, that's not a complaint for us. That's for sure. Today I got Space 220 reservation for our trip in December. Christine Hickman, welcome in, and good for you. Nice. Yes, my sickness is causing bed grammar. Bad grammar. Why did I say bed grammar? What the heck is bed grammar? The only way I can afford multiple trips each year is to stay at a value resort or at Flamingo Crossing, says Monorail Molly. Yeah, that's the other thing, too. It depends how many times or what. It's all finance-wise, whatever you can afford. Again, if it wasn't for the dedicated reservation, I would not have been booking this. I ran numbers. It's cheaper for us to buy a vacation home instead of staying on property over the years. Or just moved out like Walt did.
Guys, it's all about what they can charge. You can get a hospital room for one night, and it's thousands of dollars. You ever stayed in a hospital room? It's not even as good as a Disney value resort. And what do you think they charge you for a hospital bed?
Yeah, tell me about it. Trust me, I know.
So
turn around and
let's
get you the bill.
Perspective as to what we're talking about. It's all about what they can charge, and they do. I agree. I have no doubt that he's right. But it is what it is. I agree. Stay off property.
There is some nice off-property resorts.
Absolutely.
And there is a lot of crap out there, too.
Yes, absolutely.
So, you just got to do your homework.
Be right back.
Do your homework, and do your homework, and you can find something nice off property. Listen, while Walt's gone, we'll touch on this real quick. Again, we had to find a one-night stay off property. Not off. Well, we didn't have to find it off property, but I guess we did because Disney had nothing available. So we started looking off property. I am at Flamingo Crossing for one night, but I am picky. I call myself, again, my term only for myself and my wife. We are resort snobs. So yeah, I could have found something in Kissimmee on 192 for probably $40 a night, $60 a night. But I don't like that. I don't feel comfortable. So yeah, we're at a Hilton for $200 because that's how I am. But I mean, the Hilton's nice, but you're going to pay too for what you get. Now we could have went and stay at that Mystic Dunes too, but and I still might switch over to that. Who knows? Mystic Dunes for one night for a studio room, which is going to be like the one at Oak Key West, I can get for $85 a night. But there is some things going on that first night that, I don't know, I just want to be closer to Disney. But again, do your homework. You can find something decent on property. Drive from Chicago, and we try not to drive while we're down there flying our next trip. Yeah, hopefully this will be our last time driving. But then again, I just bought a new luggage carrier. Spent some money on that, so maybe I'll get 2 trips out of that for next. But recreation. Let's check out recreation. Yeah, they got pools, exercise room. I'm sorry, I don't go to Disney to exercise. I don't. No way. Conch Flats Community Hall. Conch Flats Community Hall. Oh, Key West campfire activities, movies under the stars, bike rentals, Surrey bike rentals. There you go, Teddy. If you're still here, we'll get one of those for you, so you don't have to walk in heels. Tennis, basketball, volleyball, jogging, playgrounds, electric eel game room, and flying. There's 2 game rooms. That's cool.
Justin asks your worst off property experience. Call me a snob. I've never stayed off property. I haven't. I haven't stayed off property, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't want to have that bad experience. I know that 99% of the time, if I'm on property, I'm not going to have any kind of bad experience for the most part. I mean, nothing's 100%, but nope, I haven't had one because I've never stayed off property. But it's funny because he knows that off property does have bad experiences.
They do.
I mean, I think that question even begs to question, there are bad experiences?
There are bad experiences, but can we ask this too? And Justin, I'll be honest with you. We've only stayed off property twice. Like I said at the beginning of the show, I know you were late. We've only stayed off property twice, and it was our first 2 trips. They were both at the same days in. The only bad experience I had, and it's not even a bad experience, was the first room they gave us at that very first trip. Outside our window was a brick wall. Literally, it was in the hallway. I don't even know why I put a window there. I want to see. It was my first time ever in Florida. Suzanne's too. I want to see. I want to see the sun's out. I don't want a brick wall.
All right,
but it was a days in.
I actually do have one, and now that I think about it, mine's good.
I'll be honest with you. Besides that, we have never had a bad experience off property.
So,
but again, it was only 2 trips. I don't know.
So ours wasn't necessarily an off property. It was on our way to Disney. We went overnight, and about 3 a.m. I'm like, I just can't do this anymore. We need to move over. We need to pull over. So we went to I don't even know, Holiday Inn. I don't remember what it was. It was run down. The room I was almost afraid to sleep in the bed. So we're there. It's probably 3:30 in the morning. Somebody's trying to enter our room. So I jump out of bed, go right to the door, push the door closed, and I say, "Can I help you?" They tried to book somebody else. These 2 guys were trying to get into our room. They had luggage with them, and I guess they either booked the room twice. I'm like, "Yeah, this room is occupied." And I was like, exactly. It was
oh my God,
worst experience ever. I didn't sleep the rest of the night.
So Suzanne would have said, "We're leaving. Let them have the room. We're out of here. Screw this."
So that happened.
But I mean, in Florida itself, I mean, I can tell you stories about other times we've rented rooms, but bad experience, none. But to beg to differ, you can have a bad experience at a Disney resort itself. It all depends your definition of a bad experience.
Yeah.
And what happens to you. Again, like Walt made fun of me. My con is having a toilet next to the sink in Disney. So it all depends your definition of something. And Angela DOD, this is our dreams. Angela, welcome in.
The worst experience we ever had at Disney was staying at a value resort. The people above us were really, really, really loud at all times of the night. I was pretty pissed.
For us, and for us on property, what, Suzanne? The year, and it only happened for 2 nights or 1 night. The stupid fan in the bathroom would never shut off. It would go on by itself, and it would just keep going and going. You know what? Disney got there the next day, fixed it.
There you go.
And we ended up with a nice gift card as an apology. So again, bad experience. It all depends your definition, but off property, Justin, seriously, none. Not that I can really, complaining about. I drive home after I leave Disney. Well, lucky you.
Me
Dan.
too.
Yeah,
Hey,
right. Lucky you
Carlos,
too,
I
Walt.
am going to head out. I have to, dinner's calling, and we got to get ready for our stream tonight. So thank you for
You got it.
having
Where
me
you
on.
streaming from? Are you home or are you out
We're
and
doing
about
a
tonight?
home log. We have our realtor, Mark Younger's coming back on. We're
Oh,
going to
that's right.
kind of
That's right.
revisit moving to Florida. For those that didn't make the last stream a few months back, we're going to kind of do a refresher. It's a two-parter this time instead of a three-parter, so it should be fun.
Nice. Somebody
Right.
could put the link for the Sanity on at 8 p.m. Walt, thanks for popping in and being my debater. We love debating, even though we didn't do much of it today.
No, we agreed a lot. That's awesome.
Yeah,
See?
right.
All right. Thank
And
you. Thanks, everybody in the chat.
all
Everybody have
right,
a great
brother.
day.
I'll see you, Walt.
See you,
Thanks.
pal.
There goes Mouse Talk. Walt, great channel. Walt and Melissa. Melissa's great. Walt, I mean, he carries the load, I guess. No, we love him, seriously. Jason, my worst experience has been at all at a Rosen, owned properties, root staff, cramped rooms, and Gaylord Palms. Every time I've gone to Gaylord, I have been walked to another hotel. Really? Gaylord Palms, huh? I like Gaylord. I like to see Gaylord Palms. It's nice when we drive by it. And I am at Marriott Bonfire Titanium Elite, so no to Gaylord. That happened to me once in Minneapolis on a work trip. Somebody trying to get into your room, Angela. When the day is over, sorry, that scrolled real quick. When the day is over for me, no hotel, but a 90-minute drive home. 90 minutes, even that's a hike. But I would take a 90-minute drive home from Disney anytime over the 21 hours I have. Cricket Fox, good morning, Cricket Fox, all the way from Australia. Welcome in. 30 wonderful people still here. Thank you. We got a little bit to go. We're going to finish checking out OQS's property. Yes, Walt's got moving to Florida tonight at 8. And speaking of Angela, they'll be live from the parks once we're done at 6. This Our Dreams will be live from Magic Kingdom. They're back from their vacation, and Jeff cannot wait to get back to the park. So that's great. We're going to see them on. Michael Riley, what's going on? I am home. I'm home with dinner. Are you trying to tell me to end? I will be finishing soon. Suzanne's home with dinner, so I can go eat too. Yeah, we ordered out today. Didn't want to cook today. But back to, so OQS recreation, your normal, your pools, your exercise room. Again, like I said, I don't go there to exercise, but some people do. But you know what? They have room rates. Let's check room rates while we're here. You are, what did I get, right? Pizza, Sunudo, pizza, Justin. Everything was going so well. I mean, seriously, everything was going well. And I didn't want to jinx anything. But, it really was. Michael's getting Domino's. That's not pizza. I think Suzanne went there too for the kids, but Domino's. Room rates. So OQS room rates. I don't know what just happened there, but everything just shut down on me. Thank God we're still on. Well, check availability. It won't let me check availability. Well, it'll let me check it, but I wonder. Well, either way, they have a 2-bedroom villa. We're not going to check rates right now. Deluxe studio, a 1-bedroom villa, and a 3-bedroom grand villa that you can get. Let's see. Check availability. Select dates. Let's see if we can find something. While we're doing that, while this is coming up, I don't know. Let's go. Calendar. Let's go to. Let's go out. Let's go out to February. Let's just go out to February because I'm hoping there's something available that far out. Let's do a week, or what we normally do, a Friday to Saturday. Let's just do 2 adults right now. Let's see what they have. Let's see if they have availability. Okay, guys, need to jump off. Wanted to say hi. Thanks, Angela. Thanks for popping in. We'll see you later in a little bit on your stream. Have you heard of our March Mohegan Sun trip? Please say you'll do a pub crawl with us. Good luck with the pub crawl. She's not much of a drinker. Access to none. You don't have to. What? Why are you being stupid? Access denied. What are you denying me access for? To check a freaking rate? Come on. Yeah, Suzanne's not a drinker, so not much of a pub crawl for her, but okay, here we go. But yeah, she knows about the trip, Justin. Trip for you guys. It ain't a trip for us. It's a little drive, so it'll be great to see all of you down there in March. Oh no, there's nothing available. Oh, the Deluxe Studio, 548. That's all that's available for February. Let's check another date. I want to see if there's anything available for the whole trip. On site for Dad Bill's in a house while he's at work. Dad Bill says on site versus off site. I like staying in the room. I like if it is on site and for the week stay doesn't cost as much as my college degree did, please. Right? That's what we all want. We don't want it to cost that much. Well, I didn't have a college degree, so as much as what Michaela's college degree is costing us. Let's go out. I don't know how far I want to go out, but let's go out August maybe. You think August is available? Since since February wasn't? Let's see if August is available. Find a room. This is going to be the hardest part of planning our trip. Phil has medical challenges. We will need to gopher while we are there. I don't know where to start looking. Well, if you want to stay on property, Pop Century is great with the transportation, especially with the gondola now. Cricket. That would be my recommendation. Money wise, it's cheapest compared to the moderate ones. And transportation wise, it's just a big help. Debbie's considering going in March. Mohegan Sun, Monorail Molly's in. Do we have? Oh, here we go. We got rooms available. Let me close this chat down. Okay, we have rooms available. So, Old Key West. What did I pick for dates? In August of next year, if you'd like a 2-bedroom villa, we have them starting at $864 a night for a standard view. Yeah, so Cricket, definitely check out Pop Century. That should be your first look, cost-wise and transportation-wise. That's your best bet. 2-bedroom, $864. A deluxe studio for $441 in August. That's not bad. A 1-bedroom villa is $585, and a 3-bedroom is not available, but 3-bedroom sleeps 12. That's a big boy. So that's your costs there. That's your roommates. How much? I think it's in the Discord, but I'll give you everything. I'm sure everything's in the Discord. I had to mute that. You guys were keeping me up all night, so I don't hear the notifications as much. But like Dad Bill just said, it's all about finances, what you want to pay, the amenities you want, what if you're a resort snob like I am, if you're not. But again, we picked this one not because of being a resort snob, just because of the value of what we were paying for Pop Century that I can get Old Key West for. So, if you can find those deals, jump on them. Definitely not a sponsor of ours, but David's DVC Rental is a great site. The other one is DVC Rental Store, another great site. And it's easy. It was easy to rent. Let me rephrase that. It was easy to buy the dedicated reservation. Renting process goes a little further, a couple of more steps, but people that we know have done it say it's easy. When I was a kid, my parents hit Mohegan Sun almost every weekend. We used to hit Foxwoods every weekend too when I was younger, but that's besides the point. So it's all on your taste, preference, money, on what you want to do. So I highly recommend checking out those sites. But again, to go into pros and cons. Pros about staying on property, a little bit of pixie dust, Every once in a while, doesn't happen all the time, but every once in a while, you get a little bit of pixie dust. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that screen anymore. The ability to say I stood on property is a pro for me, because not everybody gets to do it, and I enjoy staying on property, so I like being able to say, hey, we've stood at those resorts. The cons of staying on property: money. It's all about the money. The biggest con about staying on Disney property is Carl Smith's son has a sports book. Yes, Justin, they do. So does Foxwoods. It all just started 2 weeks ago, or a week ago, believe it or not. They always had the race book, but now, yes, you can do sport betting to it, both of them. And instead of Mohegan Sun, you guys should really look at the Foxwoods. It's just a better resort, better casino. But that's something else. The cons, it's all about the money. It really is. You pay a lot of money to stay on Disney property. And I ain't talking about everything that's included. I'm not talking about tickets. We all know what we pay for tickets. We're just talking resort stay. Okay? It is a luxury. That's what it's turning into, to stay on property. It's insane what they're charging compared to staying. Call some from Connecticut. Where are you from? The state that doesn't like Connecticut. That's where I'm from. I'm from Rhode Island, Dan. I'm from Rhode Island. I got to drive through that damn state to get to where I want to go. I have always said, build a bridge to get me, around Connecticut, right to Manhattan would be great. But again, the money you pay, it's crazy. I said it just now. Mystic Dunes, I can get a 2-bedroom, sleeps 8, beautiful resort for the price of actually probably it's less now than a value resort. So that is, to me, the only negative of staying on property, because it's a Disney property is beautiful. We know that. Who wouldn't want to stay there? If you can afford it, do it. Do it at least once if you can. But again, nobody will ever knock anyone for staying off property or stating their cons or pros for staying off property. Transportation, not a pro for staying on property. If you fly in, you don't have to rent a car if you're staying off, because a lot of transportation, besides Uber or Lyft, but resort transportation, if you stay off property, 80% of them have buses to the parks, but they run twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. So you get dropped off in the morning, and then they pick you up at night. You want to be able to go back and forth whenever you need a break or something. No, we are going on my half birthday. So yeah, the transportation is a big pro for Disney compared to staying off property. Big con for off property. But even when you're on property, like us, we have our car, we take it everywhere. So, but yeah, let me know what your pros are. Watch, if you're going to watch this replay, let me know your pros and cons of staying off property. Susanna said no more changes. I'm thinking of changing again the first night just to go somewhere else, because there is rooms available on property right now. I meant to tell Walt that there is rooms. Rooms have come up all of a sudden to be available, but I can't get one night. I need to rent 2, and I don't want to do that. I live in a state that hates New Jersey, so I possibly live in every state, including New Jersey. It's a Rhode Island thing. We're not. Well, it's not a Rhode Island thing. It's a me thing. Hating when I drive to Florida, I need to drive through Connecticut. It's such a small state with such a long highway. It takes forever to get through there, especially on the way home. That is why we are needing to stay on grounds the next visit. Yes, Cricket. You pay what you get for. You pay for what you get. So, again, the transportation wise, you got to remember you are paying towards that. So yeah, the room rate is high, but you're not renting a car, so you're saving the $300-400 there. So definitely, look into that. And my birthday was 2 weeks ago from this coming Saturday. Margarita, happy late birthday. Happy belated birthday. But so yeah, if you're gonna watch the replay, I appreciate it. Definitely let me know in the comments below what your pros and cons are of staying, what your favorite resorts are. It's going to be nice to stay at this old Key West. It really is. Something different. When we we stayed at Contemporary, Animal Kingdom already popped, not Grand Floridian, I'm sorry, Port Orleans, Caribbean Beach. Those are the properties we have stayed on. So it's going to be nice to do something different. And I plan on doing a lot more different ones in the future. Dean at The Live Place, theliveplace.com. Go check them out. Home to all the family-friendly streamers on YouTube. Looking for something to watch? If one of your favorites are not on, go check out Dean's website. He'll tell you who's on and what they are streaming about. You'll love it. Also, check out The Live Place on YouTube. He's been doing some great stuff. Dean's a great supporter of all of us. Dean's got, and I got to send an email back to Dean. Dean's got coming up. He's the one that puts these collaborations together. He's got a foodie one coming up. I unfortunately already did the food one, but we'll talk about food again with this Disney trip. So go check out Dean. 27 wonderful people still here. If you're leaving and you haven't hit the thumbs up, I appreciate it if you do. Yeah, I really do. Don't forget, driving through Virginia might be worse than Connecticut. Ron or Meredith, maybe on the way down. On the way home, Virginia is not bad because it's just Virginia. It's another state. It's down there in the middle somewhere. It's Connecticut when you know you're almost home. And you got this 2.5-hour drive through the state. Well, it's 2 hours, actually. I get through Connecticut real quick. Contemporary is the top of my wish list. It was wonderful staying there. We didn't stay in the main building. We stood on the outer buildings, but it was still great staying there. But yeah, that was it. So resort stays, Old Key West for this trip. Going to do a room vlog. We'll do a resort vlog, a dining vlog. We'll be doing everything. All I know is there is probably 3 more home shows. The last one before the stream, before we leave, will be probably a recap of what the week's going to be like. But got 3 more shows to go, so I can't wait. Counting down. I'm using this as a countdown. Work days, everything. Everything's a countdown now to Disney. 24 full days. Virginia doesn't take forever to get to. It depends on the traffic. Virginia's really not that bad. The Carolinas now, even my 9-year-old says he can't stand the Carolinas. That's a whole different story. That's a long state. Sorry, Chris, not to knock your state or anything, but that's a long drive. All right, guys, I appreciate it. We're going to end early. We're not going to go to 2 hours. We haven't done that in a few weeks. In 15 minutes or in 18 minutes, or if Jeff, you're listening, or Angela, and you want to go live now, so I can watch while I'm eating. Definitely go check out This Our Dreams, my other partner channel. Pete McDevitt, the Pete McDevitt Show, still live during baseball. I think the game is done. We always hit traffic 50 miles before DC. I will not talk about that because I don't want to jinx myself, but it's been pretty good the last couple of trips. But we'll see. We'll talk about that, maybe next week. Maybe we're going to do travel next week. We'll see. Or food. I think we got to do food because I don't know. Dean of the Live Place. We got something coming up. Thanks, everyone. No, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for popping in. I appreciate it. It was a great stream. Walt, my buddy, thanks for popping in and helping me out and keeping me on track. Jeff is fun to watch. Let's all go watch Jeff. Let's all say goodbye. Thanks, everybody, for popping in. Love you all. Stay healthy. Stay positive. We'll see you next Tuesday or in 15 minutes.